So welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today it's a very interesting story I will share with you with Manuel, and this is near Gingin. It's about 1 hour from my home of Wanneroo, and we will see how the way of life is and how easy when you live by your own. And Manuel is a classical example for that. I'm really impressed with the way he's living on the farm, and he will give us the story, he will give us the hard work which he has put it here. So Manuel, can you please tell when you born in WA?
Born here, we made a decision, and both myself and my wife, before we got married, we made a decision that we would not bring up our children in the city. That was intentional. As many people would actually understand, the governments have worked in such a manner that a lot of people are finding it very difficult in their time of life, you know. So we made the decision to go out in the country regions and to be completely self-sustainable. What that looked like, we did that in a few other properties out in the wheat belt, which we didn't have the water, which was a bit difficult. We did this in a few other areas, but we found that Gingin, it took us a while to actually find this property. We did a bit of homework on Gingin. Gingin is an area where you can grow many different varieties of food. You can grow hot varieties, you can grow your mangoes, you can grow your cool varieties, you can grow your blueberries, you can grow your apples, your pears, and your hot climate regions you can grow potatoes really well. And jam and plums, which I know that you're very aware of. So we love jammins. They're probably our favourite fruits. But yes, it's an area that you can grow much. You can really work on self-sustainability.
So we'll come on that, Manuel. And this the land is about 45 acres.
Yes.
And we will see how much effort, how much hard work Manuel has put it here. He has got about 350 trees in the orchard, and as he has explained, it has got a lot of citrus fruit, and there is a macadamia nuts fruit, and then we have got some jamun. We have got some lychees, shahtoot, and we have some mangoes also. And Manuel, okay, what is this? You constructed this, and how that works?
Yeah, so we had the house brought here in 3 pieces. We stitched it together, built up the land. This was really just a big sand pit, basically. There was nothing here at all. We elevated the land as much as we could, just to basically keep everything at a height where we can get a lot of airflow through the house, so we can actually keep it cooler. And even if our tanks, you can see our tank on the other side there, before we actually had the rainwater tank, we actually used gravity feed for everything. So the tank was elevated, we didn't actually have to use any power. As we started to work on the property, we started to implement a lot more power. We had this power system put in. This is a 5 kilowatt system put on the house, which powered everything that we needed to. We needed a little bit more power just for the bore, so I put another system on the actual shed, which powers everything that we possibly need. So we are completely self-sustaining with our own battery power here, battery storage with 10 kilowatt of power. So everything we need. We live like normal human beings.
Yep.
We have showers, and my children love their showers, and they take too long showers, but we have normal toasters, we have normal kettles, we have everything that needs to.
What we will do, Manuel, we will have a walk here. We will walk near the properties, and if Ved will show. So what Manuel is saying, that he has got everything here by own. The power is he is generating through a solar panel, and he has got a battery. If Ved can show this, these are the tanks, like the big tanks, which is basically harvesting the water, rainwater, and this tank is sufficient, Manuel, for your
my dirty children's feet.
So basically, and that's a life, and that's what I say, that's a life. This tank he has designed so that when his kids come from the property in a dirty hand and dirty feet, they can wash it with the pure water, as much as pure the rainwater. He has got another tank there for the rainwater harvesting, and he has got the big tank there. So if you see, he has got self-sufficient for the water. He has not got anything from the government, like the actual water supply from the government. And the second thing, he don't take any power. He don't have any power grid here. He generate all the power through the solar panel, store the energy, and then light up this whole farm. And the third thing, he grows everything, so he's self-sufficient. He's a classical example for this self-sufficient, self-sustainable. Okay, Manuel, if you can show us so this is all your veggie patch.
Yes. So this is just our veggie garden area. As I said, we sustain ourselves off our greenery. We are actually vegan. We don't actually eat animal products at all. We don't do butter. We don't do dairy. We don't do anything. We just sustain ourselves off what we grow. So we are actually at a minimum, as you know, the property's on the market at the moment. So we're running a minimum at the moment. We had 45-metre rows. We grew our tomatoes, or our melons, our rock melons, our honeydews. We grew everything down on the bottom here. On the far side of the chook pen over there, we actually grew all of our sweet potatoes and more melons and more pumpkins as well.
Okay.
This is our main growing areas for our greenery.
Yes.
And we were doing sauerkraut. You know what sauerkraut is?
Yes.
Sauerkraut. Yeah. So we were doing sauerkraut in 200-litre drums.
Ooh.
Growing all of our own cabbages and filling them up with salt, and it's very, very healthy for you.
So if Ved can show us how, like, the everything is basically he don't use any chemicals.
No, not at all.
They are all spray free, and if you see, they are like, I think so they are the peas.
Yep, peas.
And these are the onions. And
there's our cabbages. We're getting stuck into red cabbage. This is.
Wait, can you show the cabbages there?
Yes, we've got our cabbages. This is usually full.
Yeah.
This is usually our cabbage. This is usually chockers with cabbages. The whole lot is full of cabbages.
The best part, Manuel has told us that he is vegan. He don't eat any cheese and any dairy products. And if you see his the way he has made the things on the property, it's really appreciated. Like, you know, it's very much hard work, but the key is he is living on a philosophy of self-sustainable, the real example, not the fake example.
No, that's, you know, like, it's the same thing with being a vegan. You know, I suppose some people call it full vegetarian, but being a vegan or not subsisting yourself in animal products is a fashion nowadays. It's a fashion.
Yep.
People are doing it for fashion reasons.
Yep.
I've been vegan now for 30 years. My children, they've never ever touched any animal products at all, and they're very healthy and strong, and they do everything that we need to do on the land. My wife as well, we've always been vegan. We've been that way for our life, and so, as I said, when there's actually one philosophy I really have gelled with. It's really gelled with my life. Is that you don't work, but you don't eat.
Yep.
And that's been lost in today's society.
Yep.
If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yep.
So what we do nowadays, we go down to the shop and we in the land of clean. We go down to the shop and we feed ourselves. And what did we work for? We didn't put our efforts into what we actually put in our mouth. But once you grow, it's a completely different way of life. If this is what you sustain yourself on, this is what your efforts go toward. And this is, as I said, this body of ours, we have to live in this body for so many years. The last thing you want to be is living in a body that's not being looked after, you know.
No.
So
definitely I agree 100%, Manuel. And, you know, the good part is that, you know, the example of self-sustainable, it's really a classical example. His Manuel, all the property is currently irrigated with the rainwater and with the bore water.
Yep.
And I have just drank the bore water. It's so sweet. You know, you can feel that freshness. You can feel that, you know, because it's not polluted with the, when it comes from the water department, you know, they already bleach with the chlorine and all that. So you can feel the difference. That was really good. Okay, so now we are in the grape vineyard, and Manuel has put. Manuel, can you explain us how many this one is, and how much amount of grapes comes in the season?
yeah, so we have 100 grapevines here, all of different sizes. We have about 5 or 6 different varieties, which all come in at different times of the season. That's what we did with the actual main orchard as well, where we have mandarins, we have certain fruits, stone fruits. They all come. You have early season varieties, mid season varieties, and late season varieties. So you're actually being sustained for food for quite a bit of longevity. We have these are a table grape variety. Again, they're different varieties. You've got your early season. You can actually see you can see the foliage that's actually coming on. They're earlier season varieties, and then you go down toward your later season varieties if the foliage isn't actually on yet. So they all come in at different stages. But this is our main. We don't actually. We eat a lot. I must admit, we are a very big eating family. We don't look like it, but we sustain ourselves on everything we eat.
No, I think so. And you have got 4 kids?
4 children, yeah. My from 17 down to just turned 5, my little boy. And Yes, eating is a we're professionals.
So roughly how much kg, if, like, you know, I'm not saying like, you know, very precise, but roughly how much kg
Well,
in this type of vineyard, how much you can get with
Well,
it?
off the red crimson that we have in the far corner, you can see that the larger ones down in the far right hand corner.
Mhm.
No, they are extremely heavy producing varieties. Off each one of those trees, you're probably looking at getting about 40 kilo. So
Wow.
when you look at, if you look after your soil,
Yep.
you're going to get a good produce back. Um, but yes, there's you've just got to know what varieties you have. I
Yep.
have had a lot to do with grapes in my life as well. But yeah, some varieties produce more than others. Some are more for wine varieties. We don't drink wine. We're not alcoholic.
Yep.
We don't do alcohol. But we produce just for specifically the highest. A lot of people don't actually realise the red variety grapes are actually the healthiest. They have the higher antioxidants.
Yep.
But yes, every variety we've actually used for heightened health, basically, especially the Germans. I love
Yep,
them.
yep. So we will go in the orchard where the other big trees are, and we can come by walking. The good part is, Manuel, don't spray anything on the grapes. Don't spray anything on the. He has got few olive tree. He has got jamun. So all the and the citrus also. And we will. There is a lot of citruses on the trees currently. So basically, he don't spray, and that's one of the best part. And this is Shetut.
No, this one's the mulberry. This is a black mulberry. The Shetut's at the house. But basically your main fertilizer, and a lot of people don't actually realise your main fertilizer for your trees is what actually grows from the ground. So all the green stuff, all the weeds and all the grass and everything that actually grows, that's your fertilizer. So a lot of people don't actually realise they discard that. They don't think there's value in it. But that number one, that's actually not just the fertilizer, but it's actually got the stored energy of the sun because it's green. So you're actually getting your stored sun energy back into your soil, which a lot of people don't actually realise. You're putting all your micronutrients back into your ground. But a lot of people that don't work on that philosophy say throw it back down on the ground. Whatever comes up is your main fertilizer. We don't really fertilize much here at all, if ever. I think in the almost 10 years of being here, I think I fertilized once.
Wow, that's
5 years ago.
That's very interesting, Manuel. And I also learned this thing, and I think so it makes really a sense. The things which grow near on the land, that is also a fertilizer. But nowadays, because the way the marketing works and the advertisement works, people pull out or everything, go to the Bunnings and then get the things which is not that as natural.
No.
Manuel, so you have got the mango trees.
Yep.
And you are saying there's like good.
They produce heavily. So my smallest mango tree, it's actually not that one. It's actually the one up the top.
Yep.
I get about 30 to 40 mangoes, big mangoes, off that tree. But these ones, I actually have lost count. This is my main producer of mangoes here. And we get a lot of mangoes off these trees. So I couldn't even tell you how many we get off them, but they sustain us for quite a while. And as I said, we eat a lot. So this one here, yeah, these three mango trees here, and the guava tree, actually, so when you lock all your nutrients in, this is what we did with all this straw. We locked all the nutrients down with straw. It brings all your micronutrients back in, and then your trees they produce very, very heavily. So this is a pineapple guava. There's another pineapple. I really like them, so I'll put that on here. But this produces hundreds of pineapple guavas. We take lemons off that already.
So if you see, Ved can see that, this is a lemon tree,
It's not small lemons.
and see the size of the lemons, and they are spray free. They're almost, we can say it's organic.
Everything here is actually organic. We didn't actually get the land. There's a term that you use where it's actually recognised as being organic land. Because I wasn't doing a commercial. If we have too much here, I give it away for free. So.
Yep. No, that's good. And if we come on this side of the orchard, where we have got the fig tree, and then we have got the macadamia nut. I don't know how many people back in India know about the macadamia nut, but this is more like a almond, like a variety of like a dry fruit,
It is.
which goes in a lot of ice creams, which goes in a lot of cakes.
It is. Well, we actually eat macadamias on their own. They're one of the most sustainable nuts that you can possibly eat. The nutrient value of macadamia nuts is huge. They do grow native here, and I would imagine they grow very well in India, but no one's done them there.
No.
Yeah, that's a market. So if anyone actually considers doing that, that's definitely a big market, and they are very
Very good. And if you see the figs, the season is now coming, and you can see the figs are almost coming. But because the spring is already started, so in a 1 month time, you will see this tree will covered with the full leaves.
So you can see that's my Adam's fig up there, and that's just starting to fall here up now. The larger one, just on the far side there.
Yep.
It's starting to go green now. So in a couple of weeks, you'll see that's just going to be all green. This one here is just coming on green as well. So they will just load up the greenery.
So Manuel, you have basically separated the more like on this side of if you see on this side, this is more about our grapes and mangoes and other trees, and on this side Ved will see this is almost everything is citrus here.
Yeah, so we've got under our soil we've got clay. So if anyone knows about clay, the water moves through clay nice and slowly, so it holds moisture really well. On the low-lying areas, we have certain they're in a latent season of citrus. So during the hotter weather, it's still the roots is still quite moist. So there's getting a lot of moisture in there. So the water actually travels really quite slowly. The earliest varieties, this stone fruit area in here. So once the stone fruit actually finish their producing, then your figs which basically produce, and then as you work your way through, as the land actually undulates, you've got your feet wet in your citrus areas.
So Manuel, if you will go near the tour, there is a lake, or what we call that lake.
Yeah, that's called White Lake. So that's a seasonal lake. It usually stays full for about 7 months. And again, I had been, if I lacked water here, I could just walk straight out of that lake. There's so much water there. It's not funny. It's 1k across, 1k to the other side, and about 2k wide. It's not huge in like you could. If I stood at the deepest point, it would be up to my belly button, probably a little bit more.
Okay, well that's not.
It's not. No, it's just a big huge area where
so if
very well.
Ved will show that the lake, and the good part is that what Manuel was telling us, that they have got 2 boats. They take the boats. This is just next to their, basically it's the gate of their property. It's next to there. They can just go there and have some boating. Real natural experience, Manuel. You are living a life. Like I don't think so millionaire can, or like you're already a millionaire, but like the actual person who is living in Perth City, in the Hyatt or in the Sheraton or somewhere, they can't imagine this thing, and you are living it every day. You have got the organic food, you have got the fresh oxygen, the best water. What do you want more in the life?
No, that's it. You don't need more than that. Like, at the end of the day, how many cars do you need to drive? You can drive 1 car at a time.
Yeah.
How many houses do you need to live in? You can only live in 1 house at a
Yes.
time. How many plates do you need to put your food on? You can only eat.
Yes.
You know, and so if we learn to live within our means, I think we'd actually realise that we live outside of our means. You know?
Yep. No, that's really, I will say, Manuel, you have really given us the time. Thank you for that, and I really appreciate the philosophy you are working. And I'm saying because I think me and my wife also very much believe in that philosophy. And thank for your time for our channel, and hopefully it's in English, but people will appreciate your effort and the things which you are doing on the farm. Really appreciate. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, guys, for watching us.